I just finished watching Enhanced and wow, that is all I can say. This set looks incredible. I am going to be going over all of the cards that were revealed today, all of the news that we found out. I will not be rewatching the video and giving reactions. I'm kind of on a time crunch today, but I'll still talk over everything that we found out because I'm still kind of in shell shock here. So my ideas might not be fully fleshed out, but can I just say that this enhanced video today was absolutely perfect. Like, these videos just keep getting better and better. This was a little under 11 minutes long. It was packed full of new cards and new information. It wasted like 0 seconds. You know, we didn't get any just filler talk. It was just start to end, all hype. I loved it. I even liked like this beginning music. Let me turn my volume up here. Like how they,
Hey there, universes.
I don't know, something about that just had me super hyped. Let's just go over the cards. I think we got 18 new cards today that are standard legal, if you don't include the 2 retro reprints that we saw. And we had already seen like the Team Urameshi's Perseverance and the Genkai Secret Rare. We had already seen those in the past, so I won't be going over those again. Although now we saw like the XSR version with its foiling, which looked awesome. But let's just get straight into it. I'm just going to come down here. Let's find, okay. First of all, Rando's Spirit Gun reprinted. If you watched my series last week, this is a 2-check that I almost wanted back, but then got kind of nervous with this. You may play once per turn abilities on your character a second time this turn. Because when I really, went back and looked at the characters on these symbols, I was kind of shocked. It was like, oh my gosh, we got like 10 characters with really powerful once per turn abilities. No way they actually reprint this card. Wrong. Reprinted, except now with even cooler art. This is something that, anyway, just makes me so hyped that we had this old card, which, it looks fine, but look how much better the art looks on Rando's Spirit Gun. Absolutely love this. I think this is really cool for like characters. The first character that comes to mind for me is Amajiki. Honestly, there's about 3 cards here that come up big for Amajiki where I'm kind of stunned at just how strong that character is going to become. But we can play once per turn abilities on our character a second time. It is a 2-check, but we're powerful for EX2. And by the way, if we get speed and damage bonus, +2/+2, 7 mid 7, this card's going to see a lot of play, guys. I think this was right on the line of like, could be reprinted. And so I appreciate that the design team is not just taking a safe approach to the reprints. Like, of course, they're still having Spirit Shotgun only come back as a retro reprint. But they're not taking a too safe of approach. They could have easily gone really safe and just given us the most boring cards from Yu Yu Hakusho Set 1. So I appreciate this. They're pushing the envelope a little bit. Let's see how it exists. I think that this is an A tier card. Honestly, like if I'm giving my snap grades here, I'll go ahead and say A-. Maybe just a flat A. Spirit Detective is coming back. This is a card that I wanted back. Remove 1 card from your discard pile with the word Spirit after your rival plays an enhance. Cancel it. We're getting a lot, just from the 18 cards that I saw, we're getting a lot of like cancels. We're getting a lot of resets. Just really like the design of this new set. Response, commit. After the second copy of an attack is played, this turn, seal it. That's really, really cool. I enjoy this card coming back. I think it's like B+, A-, somewhere around there. Like, it's also very strong. Mop Strike is a card that in my series I said I wanted back, and I said I expected it back. It just felt like a really easy reprint. Hey, 4 diff, 4 high 4, discard 1, draw 2. It doesn't say it quite like that. It says discard 1 card, your rival discards 1 random card, both players draw 1 card. If your rival's discarded a card this turn, draw 1 card. So it's effectively for you most of the time. Discard 1 card, draw 2. It's got Desperation 3, meaning if you're at less than half health, this is going to become a 3 diff. That is one of the mechanics that is coming back into the game. So Desperation is coming back into the game. We're pretty much confirmed here. Although, I suppose not 100% confirmed. They could just say that's there for retro. But come on, guys. It's pretty much confirmed. And then check gated abilities are back. We had a enhance ability that had a check 5 cost, meaning you have to check a 5. If you check a 5, you get to use the ability. Really like Mob Strike coming back. I think it's like A-. I don't think it's like incredible, But it's just going to see a lot of play being a weapon attack on these symbols that draws. And then I called it. Byakko is coming back. So if you are in my Discord or if you have just communicated with me at all over the last several days in my channels, I was saying, people were asking me, who do you think the two reprinted characters will be? Remember in my series, I had auto-eliminated the 8 characters. I just assumed they were not coming back. Wrong assumption. You know what they say about assumptions. And everybody was asking me, what 2 characters do you think are going to come back? And I said, I'm pretty sure it's a slam dunk that it's Botan and Byakko. Both of those characters are likely not going to be characters in the Dark Tournament set. Both of those characters have very reprintable kits. And if you're reprinting kits with their faces on it, you might as well reprint the character, right? Like I expect a lot of Byakko's kit to be reprinted. So makes sense to go ahead and reprint the character as well. I love it. I think he's a really, really strong character. 5 hand size, like 38 health. If you have 30 or more cards in your discard pile, add 1 card from your discard pile to the top card of your deck. Now, if you have any sort of way to draw, you can go and draw that. Mill 3, your attack gets plus X damage. X equals the highest printed difficulty on a foundation. So typically that's like 3 damage. But if you're using some of these like Hood Nomu foundations, or he has a foundation in his kit that's a 5 diff that I assume is coming back now, then you could get even more like Nomu-like damage. And then Mill 3, your rival flips 1 foundation on your attack. So you're just flipping your entire rival's stage. I'm really excited for this. This is a mechanic. Forcing your rival to flip foundations has not been a super successful strategy so far. We've seen a little bit of success with Endeavor 3 on it, but it hasn't truly taken off. So really, really appreciate Byakko coming back. I think this is going to be a strong character, an A-tier character. But he gets this, the top enhance, it's interesting if you have 30 or more cards in your discard pile. So you want lots of cards in your discard pile, but you don't want to cycle. I enjoy mechanics like that. So far we've already seen, these have all been reprinted cards, which excites me because I just made this series on reprints and I got most of these right except for Spirit Gun. But they're all strong. Like these are all like A-tier cards. Okay, Spirit Shotgun coming back, not for standard, but just for retro. That makes me happy. Let's come over here, check out 16 Instant Slashes coming back. This is a card I really wanted back, again, for Chaos Amajiki. He gets 1 speed and 1 damage for each of your momentum. If you have 16 cards in your discard pile, this attack is unblockable. That's a Hiei enhance. It's kind of a silly enhance, but I enjoy it. It's a solid flavor win. Your next deck to play an attack is plus X. X equals your momentum. These are both first enhances. You're going to have to choose. I've already talked about this card. Go watch my videos from this past weekend. Really like that it's back. Keiko's Support. I think this is a new one, as far as I can tell. Commit. I haven't actually read all of these new cards, by the way, but I've read most of them, but not all of them. So I'm going to be giving some live reactions here. Enhance Commit. The next card you try to play this turn that shares 2 or more symbols with your character gets -2 difficulty. Okay, that's fine. Or -2 to its block modifier. So you can use it on defense. But it's a commit cost, so you don't get to use both of those in a turn cycle unless you have some way to ready it back up. Like you're on life and you're playing repeated 100% smash. Checks a 4. It has a 3 mid block modifier. I don't like this card. I think it's C tier. Although when we look at the alternate art on it, let's go and look at the alternate art that they showed us. Guys, how good is this art? Even though they're not doing XRs for anybody except for characters and SRs, the alt art in this is really, really cool. Let's take a look. Did they announce anything else? Oh yeah, the Dark Tournament looms. This is an action that I said I wanted back, but I was a little nervous because it seems so powerful to me. Remove, add 1 card from your momentum to your hand, draw 1 card. Again, it's on Chaos. Again, it's playable by Amajiki. I think Amajiki got so many cool things in this set. You just, on a 1 diff, yep, I'll take my attack back to my hand. Oh, and by the way, I'll draw a card. So this 1 card becomes 2 cards. 1 of those basically guaranteed to become an attack. I think this could be too strong. You can even use it on defense. Hey, I hit you with my Ice Storm. Okay, wait, Ice Storm will no longer be in standard, will it, when YuYU Hakusho drops? What's a better example? I can't even think of a single Breaker 2 card, guys, right now. I am so flustered. Okay, what could you do? If you had attacked with a Breaker 2, it dealt damage. Then you can remove, grab your breaker 2 to your hand, and then block with your breaker 2. I think this action is extremely strong, maybe a little too strong, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go on here because now we get to the new cards. We saw the alt art treatments, which looked cool. Okay, here is the one that I'm most hyped for. Knife Edge Deathmatch, the ultra rare from Choose Kit. 5 diff, 5 mid 5, 1 low block. Stun 1, Earth, Fire, Order. If you took damage last turn, this attack gets 4 damage. Okay, that's fine. 5 mid 9. Pretty solid stats for a 5 diff, but it's nothing to get like super excited about. Chew Enhance. Okay, this is gated to only Chew. If this attack is not blocked and your rival has 8 or more committed foundations, you win the game. That's an awesome alternate win condition. It's gated to only Chew. It's gated to only if your rival has 8 or more committed foundations. So this isn't going to win you the game on turn 2, probably not even on turn 3. It's just kind of a threat turn 4 going on. As far as an attack, it's a, 5 mid 9 is good. It's not like great or anything. This attack isn't just like begging to be in your deck other than for the alternate win condition. And then if you see this and you're playing against Chew, you have to play around this card, right? You can stay at 7 foundations, like how people against Fourth Kind sometimes limit their foundations so that Fourth Kind can't get his once per turn stun and just annihilate you. So you can play at 7 foundations. Or, hey, if you lose to if it's turn 4, turn 5, turn 6, and you can't block a 5-speed mid attack, hey, that's kind of on you. And then this is a 5 diff that kind of wants to be played at the end of an attack string, right? Because you want them to be committed out. It's not a 4 diff, it's a 5 diff. Like there's some pretty heavy costs here. I think it's a very, very fair alternate win condition, and I think it's really, really cool. And this just makes me extremely hyped to see what Chew does and how Chew goes along with this. Also, look at the art on this card. I love this this background of them with them facing off right here. By the way, it has stun 1. So if they're at 7 committed foundations, you can stun 1 and get them to 8. Let's check it out. Togoro's Dominance. I have not read this card yet. Full disclosure. 2 diff, 5 check. I would give this ultra rare like a B plus. I think it's cool. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't think it's going to be game breaking by any means. It's just, but I really appreciate it being in the game. 2 diff, Togoro's Dominance, 2 mid block, 5 check, unique. 4 symbols down here. We got all, death, earth, and evil. Response, destroy. After your rival plays an ability on an asset or foundation, destroy it. Okay, so this is even better than cancel it, right? Well, I guess it doesn't cancel, does it? It doesn't say cancel and destroy. It just says destroy it. So after they use it once, you can then destroy it. I like that. Team Toguro Enhance, flip. Your rival discards 1 momentum, only playable if your character has the Team Toguro trait. Okay, that's fine, but you're really playing it for the top response, right? This is just a little flavor win for the team. They said they'd give us that with the design teaser article, that we were going to be getting some like team cards, right? That pulls in things that everybody is doing on that team. After your rival plays an ability on an asset or foundation, destroy it. Yeah, I'm digging that. It's a 2 diff. It's a 2 mid block. I could see 1 or 2 of these being in your deck. I think this is B+. Very, very playable. Let's check it out. Okay, we got back to Keiko's support. Uh-oh, I saw one. Sakyo's Gamble. 3 diff action. Okay, it's always going to be hard to play a 3 diff action. It's got to be really strong. Let's see if it can pay off. This attack gets +3 damage. Both players mill 1. If the milled cards are not the same card type, this attack gets +3 damage. So sometimes you're going to play this and you're going to set, most of the time actually, if the milled cards are not the same card type, most of the time they're not going to be the same card type. I don't know what the odds are on that. Like, I guess both players are mostly playing foundations. It's probably like a 55% of the time you're getting that second line off. So +3 damage, +6 damage. I don't think that's quite paying off a 3 diff action, in all honesty. Team Toguro response, after a foundation is destroyed, add this card to your momentum. Only playable if your character has the Team Toguro trait. Okay, so on a 3 diff, if they destroyed something of yours. Oh, after a foundation, it's not by your rival. Okay, so you could destroy your own foundation, respond with this, get a momentum. I think that's where this action is more usable, in all honesty. Like, I think this is more a Team Toguro action, and then sometimes you're using that top enhance. I don't see a lot of other people using that top enhance, but the free momentum, as long as you destroy your own foundation, that's really, really cool. B tier, not bad, but not great. 2 diff, Immortal Shapeshifter, 3 high block, 5 check, death, evil, life. Response, check a 5. Again, so this is coming back, except instead of like, they used to put these like parentheses, 5+, which I appreciate the new language, check 5, because it is a new mechanic for a lot of MHA players, including myself. And this just clearly states what you're supposed to do. Maybe in the future they go back to using those parentheses. After one or more of your foundations are destroyed, gain 1 health. Okay, so that's every single time, even if you're destroying or your rival's destroying. Hey, if you do it, go ahead and check a 5, you might gain a health. I like that. Destroy 1 foundation, this attack gets +1 damage. Okay, so you destroy, it gets a damage, you gain a health. You can even use it on defense. If you're planning on blocking the attack, you don't care that you gave it damage. Now you just got to respond for a health. I'm into this. I think this is B tier. I don't think it's crazy, but it's really, really solid, and it's interesting. Like, all of these cards up to this point are very interesting. We haven't looked at one card and just said, "Oh, that's boring." That effect like doesn't seem all that crazy. All of these are very interesting. Let's go to our next one here. Genkai Spirit Gun. We saw Rando's Spirit Gun. Let's check out what Genkai's got. 5 diff, 6 mid 5, 2 low block, powerful 3. All good and order. I assume Genkai will be a character, seeing as Genkai is on like the main art. So I assume Genkai's coming as a character. So I think we just have Genkai's symbols revealed here. Also, we had Chu's symbols revealed, right? If that's Chu's UR, then we had his symbols revealed. Enhance, if this attack is not completely blocked, add 1 card from your discard pile to the top of your deck. If this attack is not, add 1 card to the top of your deck. That's interesting because typically when you're taking from your discard pile and you're putting it on the top of your deck, you want it to be an attack so that you can draw it. But now we're not going to have a way to draw it necessarily because it's after, this is a fired effect that happens after the block step, during the block step, if this attack is not completely blocked. So we'd have to have a way to draw in between the block step and our next attack. Most characters don't have a way to do that. I suppose like All Might 7 does on the all. This is ranged for All Might 7 and it's on the all symbol. So that could be a cool thing here, but it's only doing 5 damage. We'd have to get its damage up a little bit. Genkai Enhance, change this attack zone to high or low. Or you could just use this to guarantee a 6 check, right? If you're playing a deck with lots of 6s, go ahead and put a 6 on top. I'm digging it. I think it's like, again, I think it's B. It's not like crazy strong, but I can see a lot of use cases for it. It's got some pretty solid stats. It's a nice low block. It's powerful 3. By the way, it feels like everything we're seeing is ranged lately. I just feel like the ranged keyword, the weapon keyword, might be becoming like the strongest keywords in the game. We certainly haven't seen a lot of punches lately. They really, really dialed it back on punches in Jetburn. I think we only got like 2 punches in the entire set. And I don't think we've had one revealed yet. In YuYU Hakusho, it feels like the ranged keyword is probably going to take over as the most powerful keyword in the game. Let's check it out here. Oh, we had Voice of Reason reprinted, but they're calling it something else. And they switched it up a little bit. 0 diff, 3 mid block, flip, both players discard 1 card and draw 1 card. So if you watched my video, I said I wanted Voice of Reason reprinted. I actually got a comment on the video from someone saying that I was absolutely crazy because Voice of Reason would have been broken in the current format. And so, design team agreed. Design team agreed with the commenter on my video, because now it's given a flip cost. It used to not have a flip cost. Enhance, but it's still got Botan's face on it, right? It's a Botan card. I assume Botan's getting reprinted, by the way. Go and check out her abilities. She says, she gets benefits for having her rival discard cards, but she just makes her rival basically discard and draw, but she's getting a benefit for, the amount of times they discard a card during the combat phase or something like that. Flip, Both players discard one card and draw one card. You can use this when you have no cards in hand just to get a free draw. Listen, a zero diff that says flip draw a card, it's going to see play. It's A tier. We've really seen the design team pull back on the strength of zero difficulty foundations. And so if you have a zero diff that is pretty much guaranteed sometimes to just be flip draw, you're going to be playing that like crazy. Let's see, was that pretty much it? Oh, now my face is in the way. Look at this. Okay, we had the schedule out here. So starting tomorrow, today's January 22nd, right? Starting tomorrow, we're going to get content creator character kit reveals. I'm acting like I haven't known this this part of the schedule for a while. But 8 days of content creator character kit reveals. They said 2 content creators would be going per day. That means this is going to be crazy. We are going to get like the bulk of the set revealed in just a little over a week's worth of time. We're going to be getting hit with like 18 cards a day of reveals. That's nuts. By the way, guys, this is one of my last videos before the HLC. I've probably got one more in me. And then I do have one more video, I suppose, that I can't talk about now, although you guys can assume what that video is going to be about. So I have 2 more videos between now and the HLC. I leave for Orlando on Thursday, and we're going to be in Disney World with the family the whole week before. I am not going to be making any videos. However, so I'm not going to be making my Snapgrade videos like I did for Jetburn. However, if you follow me on X, or formerly known as Twitter, or you're in my Discord channel, I will be sharing my Snapgrades on those. So, go join my Discord. An invite should be in the description of this video. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be going out, at nighttime, I'll go and post my Snapgrades once we're all done with Disney World, but I will not be making Snapgrade videos. So make sure that you're following me on my socials. February 2nd, alt art card reveal. Neat. Secret rare card reveals during the HLC. That's going to be awesome. February 4th, Chrome card reveal. So we're going to be getting a lot of reveals at the time of the HLC. Hopefully this is done in person, like how they had it at Nationals, where they had those like display boxes with the like blanket covering them, and you remove it and everybody's gathering around, and then you hear all the oohs and ahs of the crowd as everybody says like, oh, I hope I get this one. Like anybody realistically has a prayer of opening up a Chrome. Okay, February 5th through 9th, Retro Week. That's where they're going to be showing us all the rest of the reprints. It's a little misnamed that it says retro because most of these cards are going to be legal for standard. February 14th, WWW live box opening. That's a really cool idea. February 16th, content creators will be able to post box openings. That's probably when I'll be posting mine. February 23rd, official release. Everybody will have Dark Tournaments and the Wish Tournament. So there's no pre-release events for these. That's the big news here on this schedule. We don't have a February 16th pre-release at all. Instead, it's going to release and we're going to be doing Dark Tournaments that same day. I kind of like this because in the past, you were able to buy product on pre-release, and then they changed it like 2 sets ago to where you had to wait until release day to buy product, but you could still do your pre-release the week before. And I didn't like, whenever I played in the event, I wanted to immediately go and buy my boxes from my local game store. So I like having those dates equal up. The date that you can buy the product and the date that you're first playing with the product. So Dark Tournament, and then we got our Wish Tournament. By the way, the weekend after the Wish Tournament is going to be the first webcam regional license exam to get your Worlds points so that you can qualify for Worlds in February 2025. 2 big tournaments, back-to-back weekends on webcam, Wish Tournament, and then the first RLE. Was that it here? That was it for Enhanced, but let's jump over here because the Gamer website got 8 cards to show us. Now, we had already seen 2 of these, or maybe 3 of these, so I think we're looking at 5 or 6 new cards in this article, so go check out this article if you have not yet. Let's go and check it out. I hate ads. Stop seeing this ad. Oh my gosh, and then it asked me all these questions. I'm not interested. Thank you. Okay, let's go down here. Referee, jury. Let's open this up. Change this attack's damage. Okay, 2 diff action. Change this attack's damage to 4. If it deals damage, draw 1 card. Love it. It does not leave your card pool though. Most of the time, I assume you're going to use this on defense. Your opponent just got to some 20 damage attack. Boom, referee jury this down to 4, and then I'm going to draw also. It is going to stay in your card pool, so you're going to have trouble blocking later. But I think of this as like a kind of barrier shield-esque action. I love hand trap actions. Love the design of this card. It's going to be a lot of fun to play. Just boom, 4 damage, and I'm going to draw. But you can also use it on your own attack. You know, say you're playing Hawks, and you played an attack, and Hawks said, take its speed down to 0. Now I'm going to flip it. Now you say, whoop, nope, now its damage is 4. Response, card pool. Okay, so it's okay that it's staying in your card pool. We got something going on here. Sorry, guys, I haven't fully read these cards yet. Flip, commit 1 foundation. After your rival plays an enhance ability, they commit 1 foundation. Flip, commit 1 foundation. After your rival plays an enhance ability, they commit 1 foundation. Okay, that's neat. So if you played it on defense, you can flip and commit something and stun your rival on defense. That's pretty neat. That's not like crazy. I mean, you're playing it for the top enhance, but it's nice that it's at least doing something in the card pool. Since it's not removing itself, it's at least doing something. Does check a 4. I'm going to say B plus, A minus? A minus? I don't know. It's really hard for actions to see play in decks because you only have so many spots that you can open up to actions. B plus. B plus. Maybe I'm being crazy. Cape of No Return. 3 diff, asset, unique, checks a 4, remove this attack from the game. Yeah. A tier. I mean, how can that not be A tier? You're building a 3 diff thing that just says, your attack that's supposed to kill me isn't going to kill me. You're going to have to play another one. That has to be A tier. There's no way this isn't A tier. Air, Chaos, Void. Yeah, I love it. Once again, an Amajiki card. Amajiki just gets to say, whoop, take that attack out from the game. Yeah, Air. I don't know why Amajiki is just so in my thoughts today. I got to think of some other character examples here to give. But absolutely love this. Very, very strong A tier. Botan's Coaching, we saw this one. Sakyo's Gamble, we saw this one. Here's a new one. Risho's Meteor, 2 check, 4 diff, 4 high 5, 2 low block, charge slam, earth, evil, life. Flip 1 rival foundation. Your rival's next check to play a card gets minus X. X equals the difficulty of the flipped foundation. Okay, so if they're going to try and block this, then this would really be adding speed, right? If you flip a 3 difficulty foundation, this is getting 3 speed. Now it's a 7 high 5. That's 12 stats on a 4 diff attack. That's 3 stats per difficulty. That's A tier. Enhance, if this attack is not blocked, your rival flips 2 foundations. So there's a chance if you play this at the end of an attack string and your rival cannot block anymore, even if you're not killing them, you're just doing 5 damage, you're still going to be flipping 3 rival foundations. Your rival flips 2, you flip 1. It is a 2 check. Makes a lot of sense to be a 2 check. Typically 2 checks like help your checks, right? In some way, they're either not counting towards progressive, they're getting you an attack from your discard, they're helping your checks. This 2 check is kind of doing the opposite of that, where it's hurting your rival's checks instead. I like it. The 2 check, I don't know. How much does the 2 check hold it back? I mean, flipping 3 rival foundations is nuts. You get to selectively flip. You're on Earth, right? Earth gets seizing the advantage. Imagine you go seizing the advantage into this, flip their 2 best things. That seems good. And you're giving this, you're basically giving it 3 speed, right? Make it 7 speed. And then you're forcing them to block it. So now if they block it, and if you go seizing the advantage, you're getting 2 speed. So now it's like a 9 speed attack. If they block it, they have just committed out their board to block this 5 damage move. And now they're wide open to die. If they don't block it, they just had 4. If you went seizing the advantage into this, they just had 4 foundations flipped. Yeah, I think it's good. A minus. This is definitely going to see play. It pays off the 2 check. Love this design. I don't know how you say this. Idun box. It's got to be Idun. Idun box. Unique. Life, order, water. 2 diff, 2 low block. Enhance. Commit. Return this attack to its printed speed and damage. Return it to its printed attack zone. Okay. If it was unblockable, it is no longer unblockable. Wow. So this just basically, everything is back to normal. It's now blockable. It's now the same speed and damage. It's now the same attack zone. And it's only a commit cost. This is cool. I love this. This is really, really strong defense. This is what I'm saying. The design of all of these cards is just really cool and interactive. We're getting all of these resets. We're saying, hey, I'm going to remove this, remove that attack from the game. We're getting some really powerful cards, but we're also getting some really powerful defense and interactions here. We got that hand trap action now to take it back to its printed damage. I love this. This is like a 2-of on any water deck. I mean, any water deck like Jiro 2, for example. It's so strong against Mount Lady 2 that we can bring it in. So we've been starting to print these unblockable attacks. I love that we now have a very playable way to make them blockable again. Very, very cool. This is A+ tier. Honestly, you're getting a commit reset, playable every time. Reset the attack zone, reset the blockable ability status. Yeah, I think it's A+. Zeru's Flames 1 check. 7 difficulty. Okay, all right. You got to pay it off. We're going in. 5 mid, 7, 0 mid block. Fury ranged. Again with the ranged. I'm telling you, this keyword is really going to take off. Air, fire order. After you play an enhance during this attack, your rival commits 1 non-character card to their stage. Oh, so this is like stun 7? Like, if you can play 7 enhances, you've stunned them 7. If you can play 10 enhances, you basically just start doing nonsense enhances, right? Playing every enhance that you can possibly play, even if it's not getting you anything on the effect, because now you're getting a stun 1. Whew. This pays off the 1 check. It pays off the 7 difficulty. It just does. If you can play this as your lead attack and say stun 10, my issue with this card is I'm not sure it's the most fun 1 check. It's kind of like a 1 check where it's like, if I draw this, I win the game. If I check this, I lose the game. And I understand that's where 1 checks fundamentally are. They are gamble cards, These are not for your normal players. These are for your insane players that have too high of a risk tolerance. They're just like shoving all in all the time. Like these are for your gamblers. You want to, and then, imagine you play this and then you check a Zeru's Flame and you have to commit 6. So it's like, oh boy, you stunned your rival 6 times, but you just stunned yourself 6 times. I dig it. It's powerful. It's a 1 check. It's supposed to be. It feels a little too game winning of a response. But that's debatable. Tell me what you guys think about this. I'm kind of all over the place on my analysis of these cards. Okay, well, that's it. That is it for all of the new cards that we got today. This set is nuts. I was thinking, I'm going to be honest, guys, I normally buy a case of product, but I was kind of thinking, I told my LGS that I would only be buying 3 boxes this time around because I was just looking to save a little bit of money. But I think I'm going to buy a case. I think this set is going to change the game as we know it. It's a 200 card set. It's replacing My Hero Academia set 1. It's going to be the biggest set ever since set 1. And it looks to be really, really well designed. I see now why Draft is going to be part of the Las Vegas RLE. That makes a lot of sense to me. Because this looks like it's going to be a really fun set to draft. So I wasn't fully behind. If you guys watched my organized play video, I was kind of unsure about how I felt about Draft. Guys, right now I am very hyped about Draft. I'm really looking forward to it. They just ran that Twitter poll. It looks like everybody voted on getting to choose your draft character after the draft, which I think if they stand by the results of the poll and go with that, then that's going to be really cool. I think we're going to have a lot of fun drafting. It's going to be a lot of fun to test drafting alongside my competitive team. And we're just going to be ready for it. I think this is a really, really hype set. I love that it's local game store only. You have to go to your local game store. You have to support your LGS. They're just tripling down on LGS play, making it to where, you have to go to your LGS to get to a major RLE. Now you have to go to your LGS to buy YuYU Hakusho Dark Tournament. You have to win your Dark Tournament if you want to go to the Wish Tournament. Just all of these benefits for going to your local game store. I dig that. You're supporting your local game store. Well, that is going to do it for me today. I can't think of any other news for me to react to. I'm still in shock. I'm just kind of recovering here from all of these card reveals, and now we're going to be getting 18 a day, right? That's about what it was when we were looking at the schedule here. We're going to get like 18 cards a day for the next 8 days. Again, follow me on Twitter. Follow me in my Discord server. If you haven't joined my Discord, go and do it now. We're always having great conversations. Basically, I just want to talk UVS 24/7, all day, every day. I have become somewhat. If you haven't noticed, I have become a little obsessed with this game. But yeah, go and check out those because I'll be doing my snap grades all throughout the week, and I'll have one more video with you here before I go to Disney World. I'm going to talk a little bit about like a world's tier list. I'll give you a final update on Hawks and maybe throw in a few other things. You will see a video from me while I'm in Discord, while I'm on, not Discord, Disney World, that I'll be kind of pre-filming here in the next few days before I leave. Other than that, wish me luck. See you guys next time.